You know the saying, forgive but don't forget. I asked the question, if I never forget, how do I truly forgive?
Get your money, sis, fuck a hater. Get your money, sis, get your waiter. Making money move, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's all about the cream and getting money, sis. Get your money, sis, fuck a hater.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to 2 Cent Tuesday with Jenny, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a new video. And you might as well go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get right into today's topic. So I was recently scrolling on Instagram when I came across a video of R&B singer Keyshia Cole and rapper OT Genasis on stage together. Now, a little while ago, the two were beefing on the internet about Keyshia Cole's classic song, Love. You know it, we sing it, we love it. And it's a classic in its own right. We haven't heard too many samples from that record until now. And OT Genasis sampled the record and came out with Never Knew. Keyshia Cole took to social media stating that as an artist, she feels like certain songs of hers should just be left alone. It's a classic. Don't try to redo it because it can't be done. Am I wrong for feeling that way? And apparently OT Genasis took offense to the comment and went on live repeatedly cussing Keyshia Cole out, saying that she ain't sugar honey iced tea, that she smells like fish sticks and all of these other things. And Keyshia Cole's sister, which most of us remember from their reality show many years ago, The Way It Is, Nefertiti got involved via social media and made several disrespectful remarks to the rapper. And he then posted that he almost went to jail for selling crack to their mother, which we all know, the late and great Frankie, who was also a part of the reality show and had a lifetime battle of drug abuse. It was obviously an entire mess. Now, recently, the two were on stage where OT Genasis publicly apologized to Keyshia Cole and shared with the audience that he feels like she is an amazing, sweet woman. The two decided to put aside their differences. Keyshia Cole forgave him with a hug, and it's all love. Now, Keyshia Cole's other sister, Elite, took to social media stating that there is no way she can forgive him unless he goes and kisses Frankie's grave. That is the only way she will forgive him. Nefertiti reposted the statement made by Elite, and then Keyshia Cole came forward and stated that they are entitled to feel the way they feel. I choose to forgive, and that is my path I'm walking, and that is what I choose to do. How they feel is how they feel. Some of the comments feel like, Keyshia Cole should stick beside family, stick beside her sisters. The same woman birthed all of you, and he spoke very disrespectful to her. And some people feel like a lot of people out here are too eager to forgive. And then there's some people saying that they embrace the path of forgiveness. And I'm a very, I talk a lot about forgiveness in my book, Inherited Dysfunction Part 1 and 2. You're getting it before the end of the video. So I thought it was interesting to talk about, and especially since I just recently had a conversation with someone about forgiveness. So I want to know what you guys think. Are some things just unforgivable? Do you believe in forgiving someone who has embarrassed you, hurt you for the sake of yourself? Or do you just believe in holding grudges? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'm going to go ahead and drop my 2 cents in. on the situation. I don't want to speak on their family in particular because I don't know them. Yes, I know we felt like a part of the family watching their reality show back in the day, but at the end of the day, I don't really know what they got going on, what they go through. I don't think Keyshia Cole. It seems as though Keyshia Cole doesn't have the best relationship with her sisters, but her path is her path. If she chooses to receive his apology, that is up to her. That is her prerogative. That is her feelings. The same way her sisters feel like they can't forgive him, they can't get past it, they are also entitled to feel that way. A lot of times people say, the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. And I do think by him going on stage, because obviously the situation was very public, by him going on stage and apologizing, it was just as loud as the disrespect that he put out there. Personally, could I forgive? I don't know. For me, forgiveness is very tricky. And although I speak about it a lot in my book and saying, sometimes you have to forgive people, you have to forgive this person for this, I do have this fine line of forgiveness, and I know it shouldn't be that way, but I do believe that certain situations can be hard to forgive people. Having a discussion with someone about forgiveness, the saying, forgive but don't forget. I asked the question, if I never forget, how do I truly forgive? You understand? So it's like, if I never forget what this person has done to me, how something made me feel, someone made me feel, if I never forget that feeling, how can I really truly forgive this person when I am constantly reminded of what was done or how it made me feel? That is a very difficult thing to do. So I understand her sisters and I understand her. It's all about where you are in life. I feel, they could still be in heavy grieving. They could still be going through the mourning process, and something like that is not going to be easily forgiven. Keyshia may not have that same feeling, that same hurt. Not to get in their business, but we do know they had a reality show. I feel like, her sisters lived a very different life from what she lived. If they didn't heal from a lot of things that went on in their past with their mom, and then for her to pass away with these things still unhealed, grieving for them is going to be brutal. So it's a lot to unfold when it comes to this entire forgiveness thing. But I do understand forgiving people for the sake of your sanity. Even if it's so simple as, I forgive and I can only meet you where we are today. I can't fix the past. We can't do it over. We can't undo it. All I can do is meet you where we are. And that could be enough for me. I can say I forgive someone, but I know certain things will never be the same. And I think that's where the entire never forget, forgive but never forget situation comes into play, I guess. Because it's like, yeah, I can forgive that you said this behind my back, or I forgive that you did this to me, but I'm not going to forget it. And you can't forget because you can't allow them to make that same mistake. Now, I know a lot of people feel like if I forgive them, that's like saying what you did to me was okay. No, it's not. It's not saying that at all. It's saying, I forgive you. I create this boundary. I now know what I am dealing with, and I do not allow you to ever do that to me again. There's nothing wrong with that. I know it can sound like I'm conflicting myself because I'm human, and I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I forgive every single person who's ever hurt me. There are things that I too still work on. Letting go and learning to forgive certain things or certain people for the sake of my own sanity. And forgiveness does not necessarily mean that you have to befriend this person, you have to be involved with this person, um, everything's going to go back the way it was. It doesn't necessarily mean that. I could forgive you and never speak to you again in life. Um, because of what you've done, I will never allow to happen again. Or how you made me feel, I will never allow to happen again. So therefore, I create space between us. And I don't think there's anything wrong. I think a lot of times people hear forgiveness and it means, oh, so we gotta be cool. We gotta be, no, we can be cordial. Um we can have an understanding. Doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to reunite. We can reconcile, but we don't have to reunite. Forgiveness is to free yourself, to let go of the bitterness that you hold. You ever tell the story about what this person did or said, and you feel yourself getting worked up, and now you're yelling, you're cursing, you're in the moment, even though you're just telling the story and it happened probably a while ago, but you're in that moment. That person still has that grip on you. They still have control because they can take you into that headspace that they once put you in. You've gotten out of it. You've gotten past it. You have to let it go. Whatever it is that you need to forgive to release yourself of that hurt, that bitterness, that pain that was caused, regardless of who caused it, you're doing it for you. No one else at the end of the day. And yeah, forgive, but don't let it happen again. That's it. That's it. Forgive, but don't let it happen again. Be smarter, be wiser. But I don't think there's anything wrong with Keyshia, wanting to forgive this man. A lot of people would find it extremely hard to forgive someone who said what he said about her mom, especially after losing them. But hey, we are not on her journey. We don't know where her headspace is, and who are we to say who she can and cannot forgive? We ain't Jesus, okay? We are not the judge or the jury at the end of the day. As I said once before, I speak a lot about forgiveness in my book, Inherited Dysfunction, Part 1 and 2. It's a lot of family trauma, childhood traumas that the characters have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And, I speak of how and why the importance of forgiving those who really tried their best. And I would really love and appreciate if you guys supported it. It's available on Amazon.com. Part 1 is available on BarnesandNoble.com as well. Okay, the link is in the description, so go ahead and click that link. Inherited Dysfunction Part 1 and 2. And make sure you guys are following me on all of my social medias. Everything is in the description down below. And Jenny is out.